Hello, good morning. This is a very early view. I realized this shouldn't have been one of the first videos I made. And it's like, why do I want to do this? Why do I think I can even do this? How about intro? Me, I feel like you should listen to me. I mean, everyone does, right? But why? Me, myself, I grew up without parents. Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet, but I grew up without both biological parents, meaning no mom, no dad, to raise me. Pretty tough upbringing. I didn't come from wealth. A good amount of poverty. No running water even. Shower with rainwater, collect it. Don't use a bucket. A lot of people didn't grow up like that. A lot of people did. A lot of successful people, maybe not that poor, but pretty poor, right? It builds character. It makes the person genuine. It makes the person relatable. Most people don't have a silver spoon. There's kind of something wrong with that. Usually, you don't get money being nice. Let's be honest. Nice guys, nice guys do tend to finish last. But I'm here to give real good practical advice. Now, I came up about something that I wish I came up about sooner, and I think I did hear about it sooner. It's called the 80-20 rule. It's a good thing to go by. Whether you're a nice person, you're either a giver or a taker. Don't give 20% more than the average, than what people would have called a kind, fair, nice person. Set a bar. Don't take too much because most people are takers. This advice, I'm trying to give it to the most. And I'm been around, had a hard life. I kind of know humanity. As a kid, I did grow up on the street. I did have a really pretty rough life. Maybe I'm not the best person to listen to because I'm not the most successful. I'm not doing too bad. If things keep up, hopefully in the year or two, maybe 5, I might have a house. Most people in America won't be able to own a house unless if they inherit. Now, again, I want to talk about me a little bit. It's weird. I grew up with no parents. Grew up in a poor city. No mom, no dad. It was really hard. I don't like talking about this very much, but a lot of people statistically grow up in not so loving home. I wasn't in the most loving home, but it wasn't the worst. I didn't go through any abuse except povertyness, lack of being able to have anybody to relate to. It sucked. Didn't no family really. It was very extremely lonely. And now, after all these years, I'm finally starting to get over the loneliness. I'm not gonna lie, it took decades. Most people will stab you in the back. Statistically, I got lucky. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. Should have been worse. Now, me personally, I quit alcohol a very long time ago. 2014. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink soda. I try to stay away from seed oil, sugar. I don't take any prescription. My specialties is finance, investment, drug information. Like I know I'm very anti big pharma for the most part. Like Vyvanse, um, pharmaceutical pharmaceutical drugs for mental health. A lot of them I don't believe in, and I can tell you why in great detail. I'm very, very pro cannabinoids. I'm anti-alcohol. I believe most natural things are probably better than the prescription drugs they give people for mental health, like Vyvanse and stuff. And I'm very disappointed in what's going on in the world, where they are telling people that taking Vyvanse or other drugs for the rest of your life prescribed by a doctor is somehow better than cannabinoids. And I mean, it could be true, but hey, nothing's 100%. But if I had to put a percentage, it's in the 90s. And I mean upper 90s, like 98, 97, 99. I mean, it says here as well that you're better off taking trazodone or doxepin for having sleep problems than the active cannabinoid. I mean, it's said to take those over CBD when I'm talking to AI. AI I was using was DeepSeek. Now, I wanted to use a different AI, but I swear I've done this and I get similar results. Now, what's the problem? Amphetamine works as an amphetamine. It works for 14 hours. It's not a cannabinoid. It does do damage. It is caustic to the body. Unlike cannabinoids, it's not gonna damage anything at all. And I have to make this channel because even if I don't make money, it's like the misinformation, the straight up lies, and the way that people just fall for it. I know people aren't that smart. I know people are overworked. I know people are lied to. But the bar for humanity isn't that high. If I would have known it was this low, I think I would have been very wealthy a long time ago. I had no idea that people could really, really believe this. I feel like people were more educated on this matter in the 90s. And that's crazy. I feel like people were more aware of the dangers that these pharmaceutical drugs could do in the 90s. But back then, only a certain amount of people were educated, and only those people did get the spotlight. Like, sure, there was better education, better everything back then, but it was a lot more racist country. So only white people really knew the information, and only privileged white people. So, like, most people, yeah, people were smarter, but, like, they hoarded the knowledge, and there was no internet, there was no way to share it. A lot of those people just died off, or they didn't have kids. Another thing, too, people don't want to have kids, you know? And it's like, it's obvious. We have the internet. We have so many other things to do for entertainment. That having a family is tough. I'm not gonna lie. I think culture and religion is one of your best holes, but I think maybe even cannabinoids, like, because like you're telling people to take amphetamine for the rest of your life. I mean, Jesus Christ. Jesus. What have we done? And then they're coming up with stronger stuff and stronger stuff. They're very close to legalizing ketamine. Ketamine is already legal, I think. I mean, you could take for the rest of. I'm disappointed. But anyways, yeah, that's my introduction. I'm a person who grew up without a mom, no dad, impoverished life. Honestly, I was a pretty smart kid. I never studied much, took notes, but I always had A's. I went to college for a little bit. I succeeded in that, but I also failed because I took too much on my plate. Way too much. I was single, had a household, paying all the bills, being a father. I broke down. I failed. I got some bad luck once or twice, and well, no college graduate. One of the most honest people you'd meet, probably. I hate lying. To a fault, probably. Probably shouldn't even be doing this. Way too honest. What do I even talk about? I'm pretty fucking humble. Well, I'm out. I'm gonna maybe talk to some people, maybe not. I'm almost at the 10-minute mark. That's what I was trying to hit a little bit, but I see all these other streamers, and it's like they're so anti-cannabis, pro alcohol, pro everything else. It hurts. We used to have a lot more people who are pro cannabis. They really made the thing look good. Now it doesn't look that good. You see a lot of negative stereotypes of cannabis users becoming the focal point of cannabis. The people who represent it. Oh, right. I'm out for this video. I'm going to have to. Maybe I'll put it in another video. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I feel like this is for nothing, but it's a good thing to vent. Maybe you'll succeed. Maybe somebody watches. I want to give someone advice, maybe. If someone wants to hear something about finances, investing, about, oh, I'm really good at history. I'm really also good at current events like war. Yeah, I got some conspiracies, but there obviously are conspiracies. I don't even kind of feel safe even talking about them on YouTube because I've got them from bigger YouTubes, these conspiracies, but they've never said it directly. But we'll give you off news in Israel and then Epstein involvement with Israel. Russians using Israel and involvement with Epstein and Israel and Russia's current Ukraine war and how Russia wants to join the EU. That's all I gotta say.